This is Fred Beck from Fred was Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom all the way from America. I'm joined by Albert Ochoa. Albert, nice to finally talk to you. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. How are you? Everything's going good.
It is about evening time here in the UK, about 7 o'clock in the evening. What time is
Oh,
it
nice.
right now?
It is what 12 or I think, or yeah, 12:30.
Okay, midday, that's all right.
Yeah.
What's that kind of necklace you got on that chain?
Oh, it's my chain. I got it after my last fight or two fights ago. It's a O and then a crown for King Ochoa. So yeah, it's a nice chain. I like it. Huh.
Expensive?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
The
So
bank account took a little hit there.
yeah,
Right?
kind of.
You won the ICB title. That's your first belt in the influencer boxing world. What's the belt like to have now? Have that standard there?
It feels good. I remember when they first, started getting involved and stuff like that. I always told myself, I want one. I want to be more involved. I want to show people I can fight. I've improved a lot. And yeah, I'm just glad and honored to have it.
Mm. And in your last fight, I think the first fight you had was head guards. The last fight you had wasn't with any head guards. Did it feel different? Do you feel a bit lighter? A little bit lighter on
It was different. Because yeah, when you're wearing the headgear, you can't see as much. When you don't have it on, you can see everything. But obviously you're gonna take the full hits. But we worked really hard. I lost a lot of weight. We worked a lot really hard. I was very confident in the fight, and I showed people I could box, I could move around, I could take a punch. So it was a good fight.
in that fight happened in Vegas. Is that correct? Or was it no
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? Oh, okay, but you're
Yeah.
based out of Vegas though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from California, but I moved to Las Vegas to for training and boxing. Yeah.
Mm. You've been training with Rolly Romero as well a little bit. You,
Yeah, yeah. Me and him are good friends. I met him in my last training camp. We started working out together. We have our same trainer. And yeah, he's a good dude to look up to. And he's a great boxer. So having him in my corner and having him as a friend, it means a lot, and it shows a lot of myself, through my work ethic.
is it Bullet as that coach?
Yeah, Bullet is his main coach, but Joe Casamayor, four-time world champion, the one that's my head coach, is his second coach for him. But they've known each other forever since they were kids growing up and training wise.
Oh, okay, I know Joel. I know Bullet. Yeah, they're both like quite nice, quite
Yeah,
humble guys. They're nice to be around.
yeah, yeah. Great guy. I'm glad he's in my corner. He's shown me to box, move around. It's something that I think that's one of my advantages. I move around a lot and I can box. And yeah, having Joel in my corner, it's special, and having a world champion that believes in me, it's different, and it's a blessing.
Certainly, obviously, in their experience, they got a lifetime experience. That's obviously something you
Yeah.
can't buy. But moving forward, you're in the 147 division with that belt. If you were to box the Misfits, would you happy to put that belt on the side? Those belts aren't allowed in Misfits anymore.
Yeah, yeah. What if the fight makes sense, I've been offered a fight for them, and been in talks. But if the fight makes sense, yeah, let's do it. If it doesn't make sense, I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. I'm in my own lane, and I'm taking my time. So I think that's what separates me from others. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. I'm taking my time. The sport takes years and years and years to learn and to be good. And these guys, a lot of boxers, they dedicate. They start from kids to adults. A lot of us are just getting into it. So right now, there's no need for me to rush. I'm making good money on my fights. I'm getting trained by world champions. So yeah, there's nothing more I can really ask. I have the ICB title, so everything's going really good for me in my career right now.
Certainly, I guess once you got Misfits, that's kind of the big leagues. You don't really want to step back down. So once you're there, there's no drop back. So you might as well get the experience now. I guess the lower kind of platforms, then head up to Misfits when the time is right. But I guess Mam's probably spoken to. I think he's mentioned your name to me before. What fight were you offered on Misfits?
I mean, he's asked me if I wanted to fight a few fighters, and it just didn't make sense. I mean, one of them, was the weight. I mean, when we very first talked, they asked if I wanted to fight Saul Poppy, but I'm coming down a lot of weight. I'm not that weight anymore. I was 205 pounds. Now I'm 147. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's a big weight difference with any of those fights, and I want to continue to drop actually.
Okay. Well, so when were you 200 pounds? I saw you been boxing for a couple of years now.
I've been boxing for a year and like 3 months. So like 14 months ago, I was 205 pounds.
Okay, blimey. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's it. Dropping over 50 pounds. That's a hell of a
Yeah.
lot to drop, isn't it? Blimey.
So I lost a lot of it. I have pictures and videos. Some people believe me, some people don't, but we put in a lot of work. This fight was at 147. I want to get down to 135. That's the goal. And that if that's on Misfits, fight at the 130, 135, or the 135 to 140. That's the plan. Like that's what I would want to do.
Hmm.
So
So
yeah,
I
I
guess
think
it's like
Evil Heroes at that way too. Oh,
it's all good, all good. So yeah,
whatever.
I
Oh, there
guess
we go.
by the time you get to Misfits, so I can cut it. By the time you get to Misfits to be in 135, who at Misfits in 135 would you looking to face next or in the near future?
135.
Yes.
I mean, whoever they want to, again, if the fight makes sense, I know I do want to fight Evil Hero. I mean, we've always talked that would be a good fight. Um, you know, um, I do want to fight Dean. I think that's going to be a really big fight down the road. Because I am taller. I have a good following. I have a name. I'm working with these world champions. And I'm taller. So me going to 135, I'm 5'11". I have the reach. I can box. I can move around. So a lot of those guys at 135, they're not as tall as me or as big as me. So
Hmm.
that's the plan to get to 135. And right now, like I said, I'm just taking my time and not rushing anything.
And you're 5'10".
5'11",
5'11". Okay, Dean's about 5'6". Okay, that's a bit. I
and
guess
Evil Hero's about 5'5", I think.
yeah, big height difference there. Probably a girl I could ask. What was it like getting a prom with Kylie Jenner?
Going to prom with Kylie Jenner. I mean, it was great. I mean, it was on reality TV. It was fun. She's really pretty. We still talk to this day. She gives me advice here and there. Yeah, it was great. It was fun. She's very sweet. Her friends are really pretty. I mean, she's really pretty. So yeah, it was fun. And if on the show, it's still on Hulu right now, and it's on like Tubi and Peacock, so it's still pretty streaming right now. So
Do you
it
get a
was
lot
it
of
was
people?
fun.
Do you get a lot of people in the street saying, "Oh yeah, you in a prom with Kylie Jenner"? Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, where I'm from, yeah, because it happened in the city I'm from. Yeah, people were like, "Hey, you look familiar. Like, weren't you on the show with Kylie Jenner?" I was like, "Yeah," and then it still goes viral on TikTok. Like, I'm looking at a video last night. It's at like 10 million views. I was like, "Damn." So yeah, then now I'm transferring over to the boxing world. So it's helped me, because people still watch the Kylie Jenner show. Kylie Jenner is like the most famous girl in the world. So having her having like from being on her TV show transferring to boxing, it's different. It brings eyeballs to the boxing to my fights, which is why I feel like I'm different and I'm very marketable and it is just different. It brings a lot of eyes. Kylie Jenner, you mentioned her name in any video, it's gonna go viral and it's gonna, people are gonna attract to that. So
So
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I remember watching that video. I think the one it's one on YouTube. It came off my recommended about 5 years back. I can't remember when it was. It was when it's quite
Mhm.
because it popped up on my YouTube. And here I am a few years later interviewing
Yeah.
you. It is a kind of full circle, quite crazy. But do you still keep
Yeah.
in contact with them at all? The Kardashians or
Yeah. They're good people. They're very sweet. Like I said, they're doing their own thing. And then right now, I'm doing mine and I want to focus on, I've been focused on this sport. I dedicated my life to, I'm away from my family in Las Vegas. I mean, I'm working every day in this sport, just learning, taking my time and just trying to understand and pick people's brains that are really good. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. So they give me advice here and there. We still talk. I believe the last time we talked was a little bit before my last fight, so it was cool.
what recent? That's quite recent then, yeah.
Yeah, pretty quite recent. It was in LA. A lot of people showed up. It was a great, and then having the ICB involved, it was good and it was fun. So hopefully she
Mm.
can maybe make it to my next fight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I guess, or maybe once you're Misfits, or like that, because
Yeah.
Misfits is obviously growing bigger and bigger and bigger. They probably will. They might have to turn out for that. But Albert, I do appreciate you coming on the channel. Apart from
Mhm.
boxing, have you got anything else coming up for yourself in the near future, social media wise, business wise, anything like that?
Yeah. I plan on fighting again in June for IFL. And for the people that don't know IFL, I mean, IFL is a great organization to fight, to show your training or to show your skills. We're working together. I mean, yeah, IFL is a great platform. And then if Misfits, opens up, whenever it makes sense, yeah, like let's do it. But I think it would be really cool. Like right now, just focus on June for IFL, And that's it's gonna be a big fight. So I'm excited to do that, and I'm gonna get a good knockout. And yeah, that's my next step right now.
Sounds pretty good then, Albert. Nice little
Yeah.
plan ahead of you. But social media wise, where can we find you on that social media?
My Instagram is Albert Ochoa 05 on Instagram and on Twitter. Yeah, big following on both and verified, so it's cool.
Certainly, that verified tick. It sounds cringy, but it does really help, especially with the contacting people as well. It looks a lot better. But Albert, I'm sure I'll catch you up before or after your next fight. But I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Yeah. No, yeah. Thank you. Likewise. It's all love and respect at the end of the day.